I don't know why the organizers chose me to be the chairperson for this year's event, but again, I'm honored and humbled all the same. And I'm glad to be part of a generation that was raised to see books as an integral part of learning and character building.
I'm so happy to speak on this subject, not simply because I'm a female publisher. More importantly, it's because as a publisher, seeing the publishing comforts of this size dedicated to the future potential of female publishers means that the publishing world has clearly listened to the message of change.
Fast forward to the year 2021, we are literally begging our children to read something that goes beyond the 140 characters and our teacher. And everything, without respect to our young people, everything today is now too long, too intense, and too deep.
The last children's experience is still very much fresh in my memories, and now this year, the hybrid experience is already learning. Congratulations, and congratulations to the Movement Trust.
As a matter of fact, apart from being the 20th edition, the first time we come to this island for this kind of event, going by the standard we've been coming up before now, we believe we scale up in a way. And what we are seeing here is an evidence of the efforts of every one of us in NIBF.
The issue of the book industry as relates to women, I've been on the front runner of the Pan-African Association.
Of the book sellers in Nigeria to the glory of God and the benefit of mankind.
By financial mastery, we need financial support for our businesses, and that's where Fidelity Bank, UBA, and some of the banks that have supported us need to be encouraged, and I think they deserve a round of applause.
She started with what she had, and the business has grown for 18 years. That is to tell you about a woman that is resilient, a woman that is persistent, a woman that is focused.
So what we need to key in for these opportunities that we now have, and access the capital to be able to start our small businesses, SMEs. The world of the SMEs is not for the men alone. Let the giants in us come out, access the opportunities, talk to people, actively develop a network of support.
We shall continue to keep the spirit of possibility high among our women in the book ecosystem. Once more, I welcome you all. I look forward to having you with me 2022 edition of Nigeria International Conference.
Having looked at the concept of women, in librarianship today, women are continuing to make up the management board. Countless numbers. Their presence on the job ushers the transformation of the image of the modern management system. Since they are the top, their management system is now modernized. If women hold emphasis management position in this profession, Beckman's profile provides that women finally occupies over 50% of their resources. That was another back at 205. As of today, there are more women. of it that women librarians have risen so high, both in numbers and in position. That you have many female librarians nowadays in academic life. I mean, look at this. Let us now discuss the role expected of women and the skills that are required to acquire. The 21st century skills required of women librarians. Personally, I don't normally like going to a workshop and I'll think that I always make my presentation practical. So the skills required of women librarians, there are so many of them. So I would also like us at the end of this presentation to be able to ask one or two skills that were not covered here. I told you not cover all of them in this presentation, PowerPoint presentation, but the paper was very comprehensive. Reference services.
I remember that this program is actually talking on women. And she said something that this is time for us to take back the message to our own platform. As a librarian, we need to encourage somebody else. In fact, we need to begin to do evangelism in our profession now. Among the already existing librarians, we need to take charge of our own. I know a lot of people have complained that what has NNA done for us, but when you are not even part of it, how can you change the profession? How can you be part of it? How can you help? So I really want us to take home what she has said. We should encourage colleagues, younger ones, take them involved in anything. If we don't like what is happening, it's because we are not involved. And so if we are not involved, we can't move it forward. And we need to move it forward. This is our profession. And I know God will help us. Thank you very much. We'll go straight into the paper presentation. But before I would like to end the lecture and introduce our presenter. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. My colleagues, my seniors, our guests. I want to appreciate this morning. I want to appreciate
have to start before and probably, continually, so that I can set better. And because she's clean, in the last of my family, that is clean, one of your hands, and she did not let me give her a round of applause. We have made on the aspect, and go to look at the presentation today. Look at the program, a copy is already there. We are talking about the group, about development, and all of that are necessary. Anything of this year NIBF program. I am welcome, Professor Librianship. I am welcome.
Thank you very much for this. I'm very happy to see you all here. I was more confident when I saw colleagues from NIBF. You are all welcome, I guess. Today we are going to talk about the topic today was growth of women who trade and librarianship. Right now, for the 5 years, women and librarianship is the first thing in growth, skills, strategies, and ways forward. Before I start, I have to say President Nigerian Librarian Association, Professor Innocent Kodia, has been presented by our oversight chairperson, Dr. Librarian, the Chairman Nigerian Librarian Association, Lagos State Chapter, Dr. Onade, Head of Librarian President, other divisions of the high table, distinguished authors, publishers, booksellers, printers, library commission professionals, scholars, intellectuals in the hall, gentlemen of the church, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I consider it a great honor to be invited to speak at the International Library of Guardians of Books. Librarians are guardians and caretakers because they carry the books that are entrusted to their care. They keep them in good health and help them to find their way to work. I don't need to tell us we are all information professionals, and books will surely perish without librarians. Librarianship, books will surely perish without librarians. Librarianship is indeed a glorious profession.
Their age is for skills. I did not bother. I went down, encouraged my younger staff to organize meetings, seminars, even this printing. I lost all the skills. Now I'm printing. I do most of those things because I am understudying them. Call them to my office. You can buy refreshments. I used to do this. They say, "Mommy, you can do it again." You know, and with that encouragement, I've gone into, and as we came in for this, I've been at a stand there for my e-resources and so on. Beyond what they have told me, I've got something else. And then with that, rummaging, networking and all those ones, you will just continue to establish relevance and contribute. And I bet you your institution would record it, and it gives inner joy. So my own is just to encourage. There is no point at which you cannot help. You develop information profile of persons in your institution. Before they know it, just inquire what they go and search, even with your handset, as she said. And look, you may like it. This may add to you. And before you know it, you're a high client. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much. With little, we can still do very much. I don't know if there's someone else. To stand here to say something.
this lecture or paper is not just for women librarians, it's for all of us. So I want to suggest, if you have any idea, all of us here are not heads of libraries. There are subordinates. If you are a subordinate and you have any idea, it can never be translated into actions except you speak to your head of library. So the best thing for us is if we come up with any idea, for instance, in-house seminar, in-house lectures, any experience you have gathered somewhere where you can relate it to others, and you now tell your head of library. Nothing stops. If your head of library is proactive, I think he or she will get up. I think that is one of the problems we have in this profession. Then secondly, coming to the women. For instance, Lagos State, I don't know what is actually happening. I know that when I was one of the executives, our name was up and doing. And women here, I want to say that conferences are not just, to go and buy clothes and buy bags. We want to go to Ghana. Everybody will come out. But when you say we have a conference, you will not see more than 30 or 40 people. Or put it on the platform now of our name that we are going to Ghana by next month. The fare is $1,000. In fact, over 200 women will subscribe to that. So I want to encourage our women here, wherever your branch is, Delta, Lagos, let our leaders sit up. Let us organize, state conferences and seminars that will not clash with the national law, so that we can learn from each other. Thank you very much. I'll leave you to wake up. Thank you very much. I know that. All right. That is part of the existing protocol. I want to talk on one of the points you said when you're talking about skills, and that is partnership and collaboration. I want to give a practical experience there. We are working. Let me say here that I think it's only one or two librarians that I use to write my paper with. Others are from other professions, especially agriculture. If we are, it's just a suggestion of advice. We collaborate with them. If my own field of knowledge is, my own area is medical, you can take medical life for instance, just in law, let us look for topics, things that we can bring in those areas also. And but I tell them, I'm publishing this in Librianship journal, that's international or local. I said that to them from inception, and I make sure that such idea is coming from that we generate that idea, this is our own topic, then you can bring in your own topic. By so doing, that's individual, whether you like it or not, that person knows to have affected that person. Their own they don't normally give a damn if not finding where they are publishing or that are all that was the Librianship idea or something. But if we go out of our way, I'm looking for a situation whereby we will see people that will need extension notes on the field of farmers should be librarians. Because what they do there is to go there and give them information. And ideas are not there. So if we want to take that challenge, collaborate with that medical line, and the medical librarians in the overseas country, their profession is and their own unit is very strong, very, very strong. So librarians can as well go extra mile in adopting this style to be able to collaborate with other people and also showcase wherever you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Just for the benefit of those who came in while the discussion was going on, our guest speaker gave her paper and has been charging women to wake up, women in librarianship, librarians in general, but women in particular, knowing that this year's book fair says awakening the giant in women for the growth of the book ecosystem. So what are women librarians doing? We're talking about librarianship in general. What is our role in the book industry? And then she was talking about women. What are we supposed to do? What is the way forward? What are we doing? And we have shared experiences, even all the way from Delta State, we still have experience here on how women, you can take the bull by the horn. You can do something, no matter how little. Even in the face of so many challenges, you can still do something. So right now we're still talking about what are the things we can do as women, as librarians, as people interested in book, in information. Because I know that it's not everybody that is a librarian here. And so we are still taking comments, observations, and anything you have to say about the way forward. The floor is still open. The floor is still open.
Thank you, everyone. I think I just want to talk about the readership, the reading culture. Because we cannot talk about the book ecosystem without talking about reading. If the books are not read, there will be no books in the first place. You know, I was coming to work this morning with a young woman who decided to take her children to the office because there was nobody to attend to them. So she was talking about them attending lessons. I said no, it's a holiday. Just let them have fun. Buy books that are not purely academic. Books that will encourage them to have fun in a different way. They will read and imbibe stories. But most importantly, you are helping them to develop the reading habit. Of course, as women, we are the best teachers of our children. We are the best teachers. So, the reading culture is very much an integral part of the book ecosystem. Because whereby reading is there, God forbid, there will be no books. And we find out that the 21st century children, so to say, of course, if there are 21st century children, the kind of things they read, they don't like doing any serious reading. You know that apart from English, maths, and engineering, there's just literature, reading habits. You want to know what is next. You want to read something like the ones written by Half a Yellow Sun, the Chimamanda series, category of books. They don't want to do anything serious. Rather, they are just into, you can't even call it soft reading. Because there's a lot of negative things to read today in the cyberspace. Immediately you hold your phone, pornography is looking at you in the face. So as women, that kind of thing is negative reading. And whereby a child begins to skew towards in that direction, it kills the real reading interest. Because such reading doesn't amount to, it doesn't lead them nowhere. So as women, the onus lies on us as mothers to help our children imbibe the reading culture by exposing them to good sites, whether electronic or hard copies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Reading culture. I'm still going to call some of our students.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. My little suggestion is on leadership. You find that nowadays there is we call it library anxiety. People or students don't like coming to the library. I don't know whether you have noticed it, except during the examinations. And how do we make this our work attractive? As leaders, if you're a leader or if you're a head, like myself, I'm the lecturer in my own college librarian. How do we make this library, this our librarianship work attractive? How do we relate with our staff? Because these are things that can make somebody who is outside to say, okay, I want to work as a librarian. Because by the time you don't make the work attractive, by the time you don't have ideas, by the time you are too harsh on your staff, you don't consider people working with you. You make the whole work look so uninteresting. Some of these ones that are just graduating might not find it, interesting to join a profession. So I believe that those of us that are heads of libraries, I'm talking about leadership, should try as much as possible to make this work
guiding this whole generation. Unlike our own, now it seems that everybody seems to get all these things that we are mentioning aside. Why materialism has become the only thing that we celebrate. In fact, when somebody becomes or assumes the headship, maybe has become professor, has become doctor, director, or the provost or dean or chairman committee of this. So it becomes something to fight for. So because they know that if you are PC of most of these universities, you are likely to determine who will become maybe the governor or the president or even the senate. Because one may be likely to become the INEC or whatever. In fact, the rate at which the people are running to become fellow in most of the professional things determine what position they will be given when the opportunity comes. And mind you, you realize that there are some people that produce those who we can call big people nowadays. They didn't read at all. But today, some of us that we are learning, they cannot even produce. Those who are reading or those who see the virtue as things that we can say this is the best attribute or this is the best way we can give to such individuals. And that is why maybe in India, you will see that their culture is still with them. In most of the Asian countries, they use maybe their own mother language and they pay much more attention to their people. Unlike here, in fact, you will see that somebody doesn't have anything at all. Abusing somebody that has the highest. For example, you see Okada rider attacking somebody who is riding an imposing car, or somebody who can lend some helping hand to you. You are not ready to even move or lean on that person. People most of these people fear women leaders than any other thing. Because right from the time of early legends, so till present, whenever anybody becomes anyone to urinate for myself, there is an accident, and that carries that part of our culture. We can also transform our country to this
My name is James. So, I don't say what I just want to so, during in the library,
You have library in school? Have you ever been to a library before?
Yes, I've been to a library. One hour.
Share your experience.
Okay. When I went to the library, I just met someone and she asked me what I wanted to do, and then took around me as well, getting books of my own interest. But to me, I felt what I needed in life was not what I got. So I think maybe kind of that would be great. That the library should be more attractive, like you said. So everybody would participate in the library, not just come, feel so like.
It's open door. It's not about the it's not there to cover our wickedness. But when you read, it's open door. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And it's not just for the students, it's for everyone. I'll just give a minute to our chairman who wants to quickly say something. I will continue with the discussion.
Thank you very much. We want to recognize the Director General, National Copyright Commission, Dr. Ibarra. And then Director General, National Copyright Commission. They are just okay. What we want to recognize one of our partners, the very wide number of times, is people in lobby. I really go by that. That's why gone a lot when it comes to the issue of income. We have met at several programs. Especially because as a character, because we have for partners, very
Thank you for coming up. Please again, I'd like to remind us those of us commenting because we are trying to look at our time. Please, 2 minutes. Just go straight to the point. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof, for this wonderful lecture. What I will advise us, mothers, especially young mothers,
because when I came in there, children, I don't want to just be just one-way traffic. So I had the mind, I started with them, we have that period, a class per week. They come to the library to pick a book, or I'll tell them what to do. I started with the classes then. I started teaching them reading culture, how to study. That became a pertinent point for me, how to study, and so many things. But the children, what can I find out that they're not reading. We just send lots of books, storybooks, like 17 movies. And in particular, most of them, they've gone through all the books. When it comes to their own mathematics, English, they're not ready. So like, I'm forcing them, and sometimes it's so tiring. I try to bring up some things I have on the board. Okay, a female personality per week, then be colorful for them to come in. But the result I want to see, I've not seen it yet, but it's not like before. So I don't know what to do. If there are some things I need to do with children, and I work with them for them to come without forcing them. They want to come to the library. I don't know if I have anybody to help me.
We have some veterans here who will give us some suggestions. Before we take your post, because she wants to give a suggestion, please you come on. Sorry.
It's sorry that I have to talk again. It's fine. We're recording now. Go to the library to read. They only do achievement reading to pass exam. So I noticed that as a problem. And I have to devise a way to bring them in. Something just occurred to me. You just renovate your environment. Ask me. You know what I did? I have cameras, I have those things. And I told myself, we go to the classrooms, we go to labs. As they're teaching, we are filming them. Am I speaking? We are filming practical sessions. And you know what we started buying? We digital, that is, we burn into CDs. We burn those programs into CDs, make it as cheap as possible. In fact, I can sponsor that, 100 naira. And then beyond that, I created in an e-library, yes, in the space, in the e-library space, with the whiteboard. We have projectors, some of those things that we have. And then I devised a session. You will be free for these students of this program, after filming those things, I project for them at such a time, outside their classes. Before you know it, they are coming, and you see what you view. So they will like. It becomes very easy. Now they can go through their lectures with ease. They prefer to come and view have learned. Tell me why such a student. Little reading, you upload everything. You remember very easily. Then by the time you remember, it's taking place in the library. Everybody now, every road leads to the library. You know, just think. Little things that you don't think will help. They help. You know, I'm mentioning one, there are many more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, like I said, audiovisual, especially for the type of users you have, audiovisual is very important. So, you are saying your management seems not to be encouraging. You have to encourage yourself, my dear. In this profession, it seems that we do more of the encouraging, but you cannot give up. You can do it. So, think outside the box. You know your users, as you engage them. This is even bigger students. You still have to go and take their lectures. How much more younger children? So make use of the visual. You said mathematics. Look for videos that make learning fun, and put it in the library. So when they come, they are not just sitting 1+1. They are seeing something fun. In those days, I used to love Sesame Street. I told my children that's what made me know the Sesame Street that made me to know because I'm having fun and I'm learning how to spell. I'm having fun and I'm learning how to do maths. So you need such things. You can even look for the old Sesame Street videos. I'm sure you'll find if you go to Abadida Media Resource Center in Ibadan, pay this, they will give you some of the copies. They have it.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. Shino Philippa is my name. I come from a publishing house. Besides the CSS Bookshop Limited here in Lagos here. And I'm glad to be here. And I will just say something about the question that I asked. It's part of the challenges that we face now, particularly in a time like this. And it has been like that for quite some time now, that we attend to cognitive domain learners majorly in most of our publications. The psychomotors, the affective, we did them. And the psychomotors, they are the large class. So, you see the audiovisual and every other thing that needed to be done, we attend to them. And we see a lot of them will troop into the library, even to come and read what they've seen physically. So, I still go with that. And what my sister also suggested, that it is the librarian that are supposed to organize competitions and if the competitions are in line with what they have learned in the class, then it will really help them. They will be competing around things that they have learned in the class. I hope that one will help them as well. So if you can really, just like Mommy said, that if you can really go into their classes, know what they are really going through, and then you arrange competitions around that, then a lot of things, you will see them, they'll be disturbing you, you have a load of work. Yes. So that's my own suggestion. Back to my own points. I have two things to say. Basically on this, on the lecture that we held today, women. I want to challenge us the more in line with what our lecturer has just delivered. Many times when women and men, they bought a car, and you see, most of the time women will be expecting men to pay. I don't know. Now I say most of the time. I don't say all the time. I don't say all the time. I don't say all the time. I just want to say something there in line with what she has said, to buttress what she has said, that that's where this thing starts. If we are going to reawake the giants in the women, the greatness in them. No man can give birth to a child. It's only women that are given to give birth to a child. So the strength and everything, no man can carry a baby. It is only women that can carry the baby. So there are great things in us. But by the time when things are to be done, those works are not too hard, really. But you have to, you are here now, don't you know you are a man? And you are here and we are doing it. Why? Why do you need to withdraw? You've been doing it before the man got there. But why do you need to withdraw immediately the man enter? So those are the things. If we really want to fall in with what our lecturers deliver today, let's that thing start from us, from within us, that we change that orientation. That's number one. Then the second thing I want to talk about is the technology. Sorry, the technology, please. At times, not only technology, it's only that we hear emphasis on technology. What about the football? All these students, they can mention the name of those footballs in the Euro, whereas we cannot mention those stuff. So those are distractions. Even pressing their phone, if it is not pressed in the right direction, is a distraction. So it is left for us. Let us not see technology as something we need to fear.